Hi everyone, just wanted to make a comment on things I've changed recently. I've been feeling better and better recently actually. And it's partly due to because I did a camping trip for 3 days. And I've known this in the back of my mind, and it's something I always preach on this channel as well. And that is that the more I stay away from technology, the better I feel. Now, I don't know why this is, I don't think there may be any proof for this, but I've read some articles about why potentially that could be the case. But to me, technology is draining. Uh, when I was recovering, I knew, even though I had no proof and I had nothing to go off, I knew that it wasn't doing me any good. And this is why I always preach, get rid of your phone when you're recovering. Stop being on technology so much. I was out there and I barely spent any time on my phone. I did a 12, 15 mile hike. I was sat in getting the sun all day, and I felt so much better, even though I was sleeping on the crappy floor, or in a sleeping bag in a tent. I still felt quite good, considering I didn't sleep very much. And I really do think that you need to just give it a go with technology, just letting it go, because the more I stay away from it, the happier I feel, the better I feel, the better I look. Um, you know, I can tell where my body's at by looking at my face. Am I looking healthier than usual? Am I looking a bit down? For example, my interview with Alex Howard in when was it? It was like, I think it was last year or January or something. It was around the time I got glandular fever. I looked ill. I had my shaved head and I was dark circles a bit under my eyes, and I just didn't look very well. I didn't look very as good as I like to. And then I did my recent filming for the documentary that came out with Alex Howard. I think it was like a week ago, and I looked much better in that one. You know, Looking at yourself in the mirror and judging how you're doing by how you look is sometimes can be helpful. Um, when I stay away from technology, my face looks fresher. Someone can say, "Where is your proof for that? You're talking a load of BS." But at the end of the day, you really have to just figure it out for yourself. If you're going to wait for proof all the time before you do anything, you could be waiting a long time. Where's the profit in people learning about how technology affects us? I just thought I'd mention that, the importance of nature. When I was recovering, I used to sit out in the back garden if I was bored and didn't know what to do. Instead of sitting outside, just being in an open space, not being cramped in a room all the time. You know, when I couldn't sleep at night, I'd sit with a coat on and look at stars. Just appreciating nature and being in it as much as possible. I think it really does help. I don't have any proof of that. I just have my own anecdotal evidence for that. But yeah, things I've changed recently is just getting back on my diet, sorting my sleep out, and just using my computer less. You probably noticed that I've not uploaded many videos, and that is partly because of that. I prefer spending more time away from my computer, and I'm working towards using my phone less and less, because I know that it has a negative impact on my eyesight as well. If I wake up and the first thing I'm doing is looking at my phone, my eyesight is noticeably worse for the day. I think I recently passed my driving test, and I didn't look at my phone before that test. And I had a very early night. I went to bed, especially early. I went to bed at like 8:30 or 9 or something, and I believe that did play a role in me passing my test. Um, there's so many variables. But always doing the right thing always benefits me in the end. It's not easy, but then I get the rewards if I follow through with it. So, bit of a ranty video, but I just thought I'd mention that recently I've been feeling really good, and I think it's because of that, less technology than usual. I might post the thingy I found, which is, let me look. Feeling physically drained, that's the title of it, and electronics may be the reason. I'll post that in the comment section below, and it just talks about how there is some evidence to show that it can affect our DNA. What is it called? Let me just have a quick look. Okay, so the experts say sitting in front of computers' non-ionizing rays does not directly damage our DNA, but they also say that it does affect our cells in other ways. They just don't have conclusive evidence. So take from that what you will, but I'm going to play it safe and try and reduce my exposure to these, the computer. Like the computer sat right next to my leg. I have no idea what it's doing. I don't know how that's interacting with my body. These are all the things you have to take into account. You have to take everything into account when you're recovering from a chronic illness. So yeah, I'll post that in the comment section below. You can check that out. And just, this is kind of thing you have to do when you're recovering. You have to really question everything. What I've learned is that growing up, how much we really do not know about what it is we're putting in our mouths, what we're doing, the way we sleep, the way we interact with the world, the way we use technology, all these things, it's like when people first started smoking and it was considered healthy, and there was adverts saying how healthy it was, and it's only 50 years down the line, they're like, oh, it's not healthy. They may do that 50 years from now, you have to question everything when you're recovering. Anyway, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you hate it, thumbs down. Say what you want. See you next video.